Connect with Jasper internship program was basically developed in 2014. It was established around three primary pillars: personal growth, professional development, and cultural development. The professional development pillar is established throughout our lean manufacturing environment. So here at Jasper Engines, we are very committed to continuous improvement, and we have an established program called a workshop, and we allow our interns the opportunity to work very closely with those on the shop floor. They get an opportunity to develop that relationship and are able to make lasting changes that impact the operators positively. Personal development is established through the life skills classes that we offer throughout the internship. These classes include team building, book review, problem solving. We also structure it around personal finance, communication skills, all of those things that maybe don't get a lot of attention through the educational process. Cultural development. We at Jasper Engines are dedicated to giving back to the community as one of our core values. So we challenge our Connect team with coming up with a community service project. They're able to work together after hours and try to come up with a project that leaves a legacy in the community.
This program really gave me an insight on what the real world working environment was actually like, and it was such a hands-on, unique experience. I didn't expect this internship to be like the way that it was, and being out on the shop floor and actually working with the tools and everything. I thought it was a very nice experience.
I would recommend this program because you really do develop your network, and your network is your key. You'll hear that quite often, and really that's what's going to help you move forward and progress throughout your career in any career field you choose.
In the very beginning of the workshop, we spent a lot of time in safety training for the tools that we use on the shop floor. These comprise of drill presses, saws, grinders, and so on and so forth. And you can see that the students right out of the gate who may not have exposure to that, they're very timid with those tools. But over time, you can see that their comfort level starts to really set in to where as they work on their projects, they're more than willing to jump in and utilize those tools and be very efficient at implementing those changes on the shop floor.
So I think the biggest thing would be learning how to problem solve and kind of communicating those solutions to whether it's the operator or upper management, anybody that you need to talk to, but learning how to talk to all those different types of people and gaining confidence and just your communication skills and how to problem solve effectively and communicate that to people, I think is the biggest thing that I'll take with me. For example, for us, we were trying to fix a layout in the pod, so we had to get a lot of different feedback from the team lead to the division manager to the operators to see what they like and what order they like using the machines, and to try to make it intuitive for them. And so just talking to all those different people and figuring out the best solution and trying to be creative and coming up with a good solution is kind of the biggest thing I took away from that.
I feel like one big thing I've learned in this internship was before making a decision, the best way to go about it is to bring everyone who is involved in that group or decision and kind of piggyback off each other's ideas and compromise on one main solution. For one of our areas, we had to kind of make a decision on when and where, like we're going to set it up. So we had to change the layout of our process, which involved maintenance, quality, the division manager. So we brought them all in at one time and were able to talk about an hour or so and decide, hey, this is where we want to go, this is our plan of action, and this is how we're going to execute the steps along the way. So
I feel what will give me the greatest value is the presentation skills I gained throughout this, giving report outs every other week and giving report outs of what we've been doing to our operators has been really beneficial for me. So every other week we make a presentation of what we've been doing with our timings, pictures of what we've done, and we'll report it out to executives, group leaders, and even to the operators that we've been working for and changing the area of.